What's up, guys? So I've been getting a lot of questions about stretching. So I'm not going to give you guys any specific drills today. I'm just going to give you guys the concepts that I use to stretch, like the principles or the ideas or whatever. So first I need to explain the difference between flexibility and mobility. So flexibility is just the range of your joint. That's it. The range of motion that your joint has. That's all. So like if I can push my wrist this far back, that is my flexibility. So mobility is your joint's range of motion plus strength or control. So again, this is my flexibility, but if I control it, this is my mobility. So you see my mobility is not as good as my flexibility right there. I'm working on it. So a good example of mobility would be doing the splits just with your legs. Being able to be strong in those positions instead of just resting in those positions like passively. I make absolutely no use of passive stretching whatsoever. I never do it. I stretch 4 times a day. Twice in the morning, twice in the evening. I do one stretching session in the morning and in the evening, just controlling my range of motion, like Dr. Andrea Spina stuff. I've never studied under him or anything, but yeah, I do that. And then after that, I do some more loaded stretching, putting my joints in positions where they are taking force in extreme ranges of motion, if that makes sense. So I only train people in mobility. I do no flexibility whatsoever. So pretty much the idea behind mobility is like the reason that you are not mobile, the reason that you can't get your arm all the way up, that you have tight whatever this and that, is not because the muscle is tight. It's because the muscles and the joints are weak in those positions. So your body is not going to allow you to go into those positions. So imagine you have this range of motion. So I can bring my arm all the way back here, but I'm only really strong in my shoulder up until this point. Any further back and I just get weaker and weaker. If you for some reason go into that position and take a bunch of load that you're not used to taking, you're going to hurt yourself. So your body wants to avoid that position at all costs. So it's going to not allow you to go back there because it's really sketchy. So if you start building strength here and just keep trying to go further and further back, your body is going to be like, okay, you're strong in this position now, so I'm going to allow you to go further. I'm going to allow you more movement because you have strength in here and because I trust you to be in this position and I know we're most likely not going to get hurt if we're back here, if that makes sense. Like if you think, I've heard people, or I don't know who it was, I think it was Dr. Andrea Spina, who referred to the central nervous system as an overprotective mother. And maybe you've been Justin Goodhart. Anyway, yeah, someone referred to it as an overprotective mother. Like, they're not going to let you do anything unless they're very confident that you'll be safe. So that's pretty much the only principle there is. That's the main idea of it, is build strength or control in these strength and control in these positions to gain range of motion. Yeah, that's why all this loaded stretching and stuff has become so big, is because it works really, really well. So that's pretty much the main principle. I guess the other thing would be to stretch every day. I stretch, like I said, I stretch fucking 4 times a day. Well, 2 sessions each day, once in the morning, once in the evening. I do 2 different types of stretching in the morning and in the evening. You need to stretch frequently. I currently don't stretch, when I do my daily stretching, it's not to increase my range of motion. It is to, in the morning, I wake up and I haven't stretched yet today. I'm going to go to the park and then I'm going to stretch and then I'm going to do a session. The stretching in the morning is to, like, you know, shake off the rust from sleeping. You know, your body's in the same position or like just kind of not really moving around for like 8 or 9 hours. So you need to stretch a bunch in the morning. And then at the end of the day, after you've been doing a bunch of shit, you know, it's nice to stretch and make sure your body still has its full range of motion before you go to sleep. I do intense stretching sessions probably once every 3 days. And I'm still like that, like those once every 3 days is when I really push it. And like, you know, that's when I'm actually trying to make progress in my mobility. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everyone. That's all I have to say about stretching, really, is just like build strength in the range of motion that you want to improve. Pretty much it. Peace.